I'm going to show you how to edit basic content on a Joomla website by logging into the front end of your website. So if we've done a website for you, by now you should have a username and password as well as a link to the client admin area of your site. So what you're going to do, the first thing you're going to do is click that link. You should get to a page that looks something like this. I'm sure it's not exactly like this, but it'll be something like this. You type your username, you type your password. If you'd like it to remember you so you don't have to do this every time, check that and click login. Okay, so now we're logged in. So now, as you browse through the pages of your website, every page that has content now has this little edit button, which is quite handy. Clicking it will take you into the actual editable area for each page of the website. So from here you'll see a Microsoft Word style WYSIWYG editor. You can also change the name of the page from in here, but it is definitely not recommended. Generally the menu is designed a certain way and it's sized a certain way, and changing that name could cause some huge issues. So from in here you can take your text, you can bold it, you can italicize it. You can create a link by doing this, clicking on the little icon there. Let's say we want this to go to devinedesigns.ca. I've heard they're a pretty good web design company. The target, when you're creating a link, if the link is to a page within your website, you set it to open link in the same window. If it's to an outside website that's not yours, you open link in a new window. The title is the text that appears in the browser when you hover your mouse over that link. So we'll put a link to Divine Designs. Okay, leave the class and we'll insert. Now when we hit save, we can see here's the link we created, and it is going to open in a new window. See up here, it created a brand new tab, which I can pull off and drag around. So it doesn't actually close the website. It doesn't actually close our website. It just opens the other website in a new tab. And if you hover your mouse over this link here, the title tag isn't actually going to show up. Anyways, so really that's it in a nutshell. From in here you can also add an image. By default the image has to be, you can only link to an image that's already online. So depending on your site, you may have the ability to add images from your computer. If that's the case, then we will link you to a separate tutorial that shows you how to do that. But this has been basic editing. Okay, sorry, one more thing. Make sure it's published. Make sure the access is public. You shouldn't ever have to change any of this really, but if something goes wrong, you want to make sure those things are checked. If you have specific metadata that you want on a per page basis, and we haven't done that for you, you can put that in here. By default, we set the metadata that kind of applies to the whole site. So by default, each page will use that. So this isn't necessary to set this at all. So anyways, that has been editing Joomla web pages from the front end of your website with Jesse. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and it was helpful to you. if you have any questions that aren't covered here, of course, you can always get a hold of us at Define Designs. Thanks.